remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it and go. I get it and go.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury. In the backfield.
He was taken down by Grant Delpit. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Jacob Phillips on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. shotgun now for Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mayfield down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
throwing the penalty, Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Raiders 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. They're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
He is good.
And his kick is right through.
14, Raiders 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Space to maneuver at the 40. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cleveland.
They run. Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield on play action. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
carry. It's Chubb. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford.
Complete.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one complete to Gafford. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
11 on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rico Gafford, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped it early, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Hunter Renfro is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
17.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Thielen is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. It's Chubb. And some room to roam now. All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Carr now on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Jacobs. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Jacobs. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Touchdown run, and the Raiders are back within a score.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Mayfield to throw it. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first down is Carr. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finding Harris over the middle. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 21.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Harris complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
1 yard loss.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 16. From the gun, Carr. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Derek Carr.
Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. There he goes inside the 30. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
4 yards.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Cleveland.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
48-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Browns, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah, like check. I done made it by the million. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shawty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm feeling it. Hit the bag, then I flip it, watch me do it. On the mall, my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on. Feel like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That chicken finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good talk. Keep it right there. Now it's cost me a lot. I can check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check, t-shirt check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. On the mall, my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. While I'm rocking Air Force and she just wanna ride, shorty mad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new wristwatch where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made it about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna do it. Get the packet, then I flip it, watch me do it. On them all, my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold on, wait a minute, like don't make sense to read it. Chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey, yo. Nike check.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route. I leave